Callers have been muted. That means we're getting ready to get started. Boy, do we have something for you today that's going to excite you. So I'm going to invite Pastor Wafer, our pastor. He's one of our founders. He's our doctor. Wafer, he's my honey, and I want to welcome him to the call as he introduces our speaker for today.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. We're excited about, it's Friday, guys. Woo! Friday. We're excited going into the weekend. We've had a fabulous week. I'm going to encourage you guys to go back and listen to the calls this week. Monday through Friday, starting off with Coach Nikisha Bond, kicking us in gear and taking us all the way through Monday, and we had some great calls on Tuesday and Wednesday. Yesterday was a phenomenal call. Today is going to be a phenomenal call. This has just been one terrific week of calls. So we're going to get started, and let me just say a couple quick announcements. Don't forget September 27th. You want to get to the event, get your tickets. I'm encouraging you. When you sign a new person up between now and September 27th, make sure they buy their ticket too. You need to let them know they need to be at the big event September 27th here at the National Harbor at the Gaylord Hotel here in Maryland, because big things happen at big events, and we believe big announcements happen at big events. And we're going to do some things different here. We're hosting a lot of the activities, and we're excited about that. So we're going to have some network opportunities on Friday night, some network opportunities on Saturday night. Go to the Gaylord, get the Gaylord number, check your emails. A flyer's gone out for the Gaylord phone number, and you can go to the website and book your room. The room block is 10, TEN Team Effort. 10 TEN-Team Effort. Get your room. We like to get everybody into the Gaylord Hotel because there's a lot of things that goes on when we're all in one place. So we're excited about having the room block and getting everything done. But you're going to have a fabulous time. We got Kevin Vaughn, 1-star from Atlanta, Georgia, bringing up a bus, a luxury bus, 55-passenger bus, coming from Atlanta, going through South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, picking up people, bringing them on in here, and returning them to their cars for just $150 round trip. You need to get on the bus. Get on the bus. It's the party bus to Washington, D.C. So we're really excited about that. Don't forget, I'll be in September 6th. I'll be in Atlanta, Georgia with Kevin Vaughn, getting ready, getting those people in Atlanta, Georgia area, getting them pumped up and ready to come up here on September 27th. So, anybody in the Atlanta, Georgia area, make sure you get them to the September 6th meeting. So, hey, let's get started with the call. I have a quick announcement testimony that's coming on by Mr. Robert Smith. Robert Smith is a guy who has been really, really working hard. We wanted to get him on the Wednesday call for the retail sales because he's done a fabulous job, but we were able to get him in this morning. Robert Smith, are you on the phone with us?
Yes, I am. I'm on the call.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks to the good Lord. And
all right. Well, Robert, what are you doing, man? You've almost $5,000 in sales and retail sales alone, man. We always talk about the first way we get paid in this in our compensation plan is through retail, but we don't really highlight the people that's doing retail. But man, with Melissa Honeybee doing $350 a day, and you got Tierra Taylor was over $1,000 a week, and here you are, man. You rocking and rolling here off almost $5,000 you've done. Dr. Martin Brown, $4,500. What are you doing, man? What are you doing that's really promoting your business on the retail side?
Well, I'm just basically just going out here sharing with whoever I come in contact with, wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. If I'm at the gas station, I just put the pump on, let it pump itself, and then I walk over to the people that's at the other pump and just speak to them, start a conversation up with them, talk to them about the sprays and what they're doing for me and people in the business. And next thing you know, the sprays magically disappeared out of my hand. So I'm not really trying to sell them. I'm just sharing. Like Mel said, just keep it simple and just share. And I just share.
Wow. Well, just by sharing the product, now do you focus on any particular product? Do you focus on any particular problems, or you just kind of share what each one of the products does?
Yeah, I try to share each one of the products. I start off with D, and then I tell them about the benefits of that, and then B, and then the rest of them, and then I say, well, if you really want to benefit from the product, you have to take them all, like I do. And I say because of these products, I've lost 22 pounds. My blood pressure went down to 129/75. I'm no longer taking high blood pressure pills. Thank God for that. And I said, we as Americans, we got to get our health back. A lot of us are failing ourselves and taking prescription medicines. Like everybody that's over my age, which is 50 and over, I see it so often on the death certificate because I'm a mortician. They die from diabetes and heart attack, stroke, cancer, and all this stuff. And I tell people, I say, it's very simple. If we just could get the nourishment in our body that we need, then we won't be dying from these little simple diseases that normally plague our black community.
Well, you're absolutely right. So, Robert, thank you so much, man. Keep sharing. We always like to highlight people who are being successful in this business, and thank you so much for being able to come back with us and join us on today's call.
I appreciate you having me in. Thank God for that.
All right. Great job. Well, we got a treat for you guys today. I believe that this is this gentleman's debut call on the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. I don't believe that he's ever been on the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. And he's debuting us here. And I am elated that he has chosen to join us today. But I want to welcome to the call today, all the way from Louisiana. He is car qualified, LCQ qualifier, and he's done it in record time, 90 days, as he built his team. So we are really, really excited about having him on the call with us today. This gentleman who is a 8-figure earner in this industry. He's been in this industry a long time. He's been featured in Success Magazine. He's been featured in a lot of publications. But you know what? One of the things that he talks about so many times is he talks about this is an industry where anybody can make a small investment in their future and have a major return on that investment, residual income for the rest of their lives. I want you to help me welcome Mr. Barry Ackle to the call. Barry, are you with us?
I am, Brother Dale, and I appreciate the kind words. And what I like to do is kind of just emphasize a couple of things today about this great business, about this great company, and where we are right now, and that's very important. It's funny that Brother Brown mentioned something about, or you did, something about getting on the bus and going to the conference, that's a major step. The conference is a major step, regardless of how you get there. But it's funny that you mentioned the bus, because 37 years ago I got on a bus and went to Dallas, Texas to look. Never heard of network marketing before, and I sat in a room with about 25 people, and I really didn't know what was going on, but I remember one thing that changed my life more than anything at that point, and it was a young man got on stage and says, if you'll go out and do what you have to do for the next 3 to 4 years with this company, you can do what you want to do the rest of your life. And that hit me like a ton of bricks, and I'm trying to use my head a little bit, and I'm saying, well, wait a minute, the story they telling other than that, that's the first time I heard that story. The story they tell me, if you'll go out and go to school and get you a good education, because that'll get you a good job, and you can work for 40 years, and you can retire and go fishing. Now, what story sounds the best? The one I just told you, or that you can go out and do what you have to do for the next 3 to 4 years and retire and be financially fixed? And I like that one better. Here's the way I figured it. If I could do it for 3 or 4 years and it didn't work, I got another 3 or 4 years. If that don't work, I got another 3 or 4 years. But if I go do the 40-year job and it don't work, I'm out of time. And it's proven and documented, and they told me that. I learned that. I took those numbers at that time, and I've been preaching that ever since. Every time I get the opportunity to get in front of somebody or get in front of a room, presenting the program to somebody, I tell them these figures, and I'll share them with you, and you need to write them down and use them because they come from a pretty good source, Social Security Board and U.S. Department of Labor. That's where these figures that I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. So I looked at those figures, and I looked at the percentage there, and it just didn't make sense. I thought, why is everybody getting up doing something they don't want to do? They're going to do it for 40 years, and they got to go get them a job so they can live their lifestyle. That retirement they told us about Social Security is a lie. I mean, it's proven. Documented and proven, and I will share that with you. Anyway, I came back on a bus ride wanting that so bad, what he said, and I'm probably the only guy in the room that believed it, but I didn't know any better. See, I have a story about some young guys that I got started, and I tell the story. They were young and dumb and didn't know it didn't work, but they did what I told them. They're all millionaires now. I had 20 kids make a 6-figure income in their very first year. The oldest one was 22. The youngest one was 18. Nobody has, to my knowledge, has ever matched that. In a little town called Lafayette, Louisiana, 20 kids, a lot more than that was involved, but 20 kids got a 6-figure income their very first year, and they made a national magazine, international magazine, showed them on the playground, and they've earned as high, and all of them were 6-figure earners. They've earned about $250,000 that very first year, and that was amazing. And what I tell people is they were young, just like we said, and wanted it so bad, and they saw what I was doing, and they believed it, and they went out and did what we said, and it became successful. Now, there was a lot of people in that same room that didn't believe it, and obviously they had jobs and continued to do jobs, and they're going to end up being a statistic. And those statistics really stink, folks. They're really bad. And I don't know if you were on that call the other night. I said it, but if you ever listen to me, if you ever hear me, I'm going to tell them to you again because I wanted to get ingrained because that will change your life. It changed mine. Here they are. Social Security Board, U.S. Department of Labor. I'm reading right off the sheet. At age 65. What is 65? We beat our kids up today. What do we beat them up on? We'll go to school, get you a good... I have nothing against education. I don't have one. And I thank God every day that I didn't take the educational route and do what the educated people are doing because I'd be broke. What I did, I went out uneducated and did what they told me because I wanted it so bad. And in 3 years after coming back from there, I retired. I lived my dream. I lived my dream because of this great industry. My dream was to be able to give to my church, give to my school, give to my family, and travel the world. And I've done that. I've traveled all around the world. I'm an avid hunter, and I was able to do that. And I don't know if you know anything about hunting or traveling. It's awfully expensive. And they paid me while I was gone. That was the beauty of it. I thank God every day for this great industry. And now I don't obviously push it as hard as I used to, and probably won't ever push it that hard, but it's here today for people getting involved today. And the beautiful part about it is the fact that you don't have to work 3 to 4 years no more because of technology. Back in the day, there was no computers. I mean, they didn't have the technology that they have today, and I tell everybody, and so look everybody in the eye, if you'll go out, now listen to me carefully, though, and do what you have to do for the next 2 years. You can do what you want to do the rest of your life. And folks, listen, you know, the hardest problem, the biggest problem is getting somebody to believe that. And those that believe it, will probably achieve, and those that don't believe it, they certainly won't achieve it. So the beauty of it is you're at a great spot, got a great product. Brother Brown there is selling $5,000 worth. That's great. That's great. So congratulations, and keep that up. But depending on what you want, in order to be at that point of retirement in 2 years, you have to share this great opportunity with other people, because you have to build an organization. You see, we don't talk about the money on most of our calls. That's, in my opinion, that's wrong. But we got a great product. It does everything we say. They've got a great company, got great leaders. They've done them. They paid the price. We got a company that's got an incredible story, 12 years, and all of that. That's wonderful. We have all that. We don't need to keep beating people up with that. We have our calls 2 or 3 times. We talk about great products, what it's done for my health. That's wonderful. That means you got a winner. Now let's go out and earn some money. Let's build an organization. Become a storyteller. See, I'm a high-priced storyteller is all I am. And the reason why I earned the type of money I earned, I told a story. Well, I just got involved in the business, somebody will say. I don't have a story. Well, fine. Tell Pastor Dale's story. Tell Pastor Nee's. Tell Barry Ackles' story. Just tell a story until you build one. And then you'll have other people telling your story until they build one. And that builds an organization. That builds your residual income. What is residual income? Folks, do you realize that there are people in this? This is part of my story now. And this is you have this story also. You have the same story I'm fixing to tell. There are people in this business and a company that's literally officially kicked off February the 8th. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's 6 months. That's already got it's already got a residual income. Show me a job that will do that. You can't do it. You can't do it. Show me a job where you can have a residual income. And those are questions that you ask people. Show me a job where you can get started and in 90 days you can be driving a Mercedes. See, telling those stories. I mean, it's incredible. Here now, let me back up just a minute. I've got so much. There's so much to share here. It's hard to do it in this short period of time. But let me give you some facts and figures about the Social Security Board and the Department of Labor. I talked about that a while ago. I just got off track. I'm saying retirement. What do we do? The traditional way is you go to school for 12 years and you get out and you get another further education, another 4 years. Then, depending on what you're going to be when you go to school half your life, and you got to get out and you sign an agreement in your own mind that let me sign this for the next 40 years. Let me do this for the next 40 years. My goodness gracious, how can anybody? Anyway, please don't be upset about my theory, but that's what it is. That's the way it is. Now here are the facts and the figures. Retire. So that's 98% total out of 100%. That leaves 2%. Now consider this. Consider the 2%. Let's take Hollywood out of that. Let's take the movie stars. Let's take the athletes out. Let's take the musicians out. But don't leave anything. Very, 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 very little. So a working person don't have a chance. They got a chance. What, 1%? I don't like those odds. There's people that's living the dream right now that has gone out, and there will be in this company. Do you realize there's already millionaires developed from this company? Not in the United States, but out of the United States with the same marketing plan that you have. Now, we say, well, it's out of this country. Well, of course it's out of this country because we've only been here 6 months now. But listen to this. Where do you think the number one network marketing company in the whole world is? That's right, good old USA. So you take a person, you sit in front of them, you tell them they got an opportunity. If you can get them to believe it, tell the stories, put them on a three-way with some successful people, put them on the three-way with Pastor Dale, Pastor Me's driving their new cars, put them on the three-way with me driving my Mercedes. And did he really do that in 90 days? You just tell the story. Freedom, folks. we forget about it. I tell everybody that the kids that made all that money, they're dear friends. They're like children of mine. Here I am, 72 years old, and these guys are 20. Well, I was 60 then. These guys are 18 to 22 years old, and if you could just see where they were today and how they grew up, and how the economy is really supposed to be in their life. So they got residual incomes at young ages, buying big cars, big toys, and everything like that. It's amazing. We're at the spot with this company right now where we're in front of it. You say everybody's dream is to be in a network marketing company, to be at the very beginning of a startup company. Of course, that's the only one you can be at the beginning of a startup company. The bad part, you got about a 90-95% failure ratio of the company. So that's got you jumping to another one. The beauty part of this one, we got a 12-year track record. We know this is not going anywhere. We got great leaders. We know that. Dell and Amy has proved the point. They are in a non-existent group of networking people. They are in a non-existent group of network people. It's amazing. And what they built over the last 12 years is nothing short of a phenomenon. Well, they give it to us. They bring it to the United States with the state-of-the-art product. Just get Brother Brown on the phone. Somebody that want to find out about our product, get them on these calls. Today is what I call an opportunity call financially. Financially, you have to know the story and you have to tell it. You got to tell people about residual income. You got to tell people about new cars, freedom, and money. If money is not an issue, and some people say, "Well, I'm not." Oh, it's not. If it's not an issue, if money didn't count, would you be driving the same car you drive? Would you be sending your kids to the same school you take? Would you be giving your church more money? Would you be going to different places on your vacation? Yes, all that takes money. And here's a way that you can do that. You just got to get your belief machine in order. And that's the problem with it. The number one reason people won't make it network marketing because they're turned off by rejection. They'll go to tell one of their friends, or start telling this to their friend and get involved, and they don't do anything in the first 2 days. They don't make money in the first month. Then they're out of there. But what you need to do when you get somebody involved in the business, ask them real well. Would you like to? If I could show you a way where you can have your residual income of a couple $1,000 a month in a year, would you be interested? Absolutely. They're not going to say no. And then you just get them started in your business and say, well, here's what you have to do. You give them a plan to follow. Get on these calls. Go to the conference. The number one building step in my day, in the era, was these national conventions. And nothing more believable, because what happens is when you go there, your belief level goes up. And you know what happens in this industry when your belief level goes up? Your check goes up. There's been people that before they go to the meeting was rejected by people and came back from the meeting and put those same people in the business. Why? Because their true belief level and their excitement, their enthusiasm was up. And that's what it takes. So guys, we got an industry here that's been published on the front cover of a magazine as the number one producer of millionaires in the country. Harry Dent, a renowned financial wizard who's written articles in about every financial paper out there, on the front cover of this magazine says that this industry is the number one producer. Of course, we've been knowing that and selling that for years. And he says he's a genius is what he is. He's a visionary is what he is. And then you got to stop and ask that same person that's out there that you're fixing to show a business to where they have that opportunity to do that for a mere $399 when we put them in their top level, at the highest level in our company, and they have an opportunity to go out 3 or 4 years, and 2 years, I'm saying 3 or 4 years, that still sticks in my mind from 37 years ago, that you got an opportunity just to take some peanuts. That's a pair of shoes, folks. That's a sports coat. But the people are willing to spend that on that, but not on an opportunity where they can change their life, their family life, and be incredibly fortunate to do charitable work. You're not supposed to do charitable work and brag on it. There's one thing that I have to. I was living in Houston, Texas, with a company. I was retired, and I had the priest came by my place, and they had a little church. It probably held 350 people. They wanted to build a new church. Well, I was blessed to be able to build a chapel. I paid for the chapel. And here's the beauty of it. I tell you that reason. I didn't pay for it. I was blessed to be put in that position to be able to pay for it. I know you know who paid for it. I didn't pay for it. But and today in that church, they got this big plaque right at the top. It's the second largest donor at that church who built the church. It's got mine and my wife's name on there. And I'll never forget, that's one of my greatest attributes by being in the industry. It comes from the industry. If it wouldn't have been for that, I'd have had a job where there's no way I could do that. So, but it's got some good leads to good. And if you'll go out and you share this and you mean it from your heart and you get serious about the business, if you're not, you need to. You got a program here. You got a program that's second to none. Ask yourself this question: if I had an opportunity to do what Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, and Robert Kiyosaki could do, would I do it? If it was a gift, and that's what this is a gift for $399. The rule of thumb in Harvard Business School is you put up 5 times the amount of money you want to earn. Well, those kids that all earned a 6-figure income, that means that they had to put up $500,000 to do that. Now think about that. That ain't gonna happen, and that's why there's so few people earn a 6-figure income in America. They don't have $500,000. Well, that's the Harvard Business School rule of thumb. And here we are telling you, and you're telling your brand new rep or your brand new customer or whatever, that look at the guys that are in the industry. Here's an industry that's second to none, and here's a company that's second to none, product second to none. And all you got to do is put up $399 to start at the top of our company, and you got the opportunity to retire in 2 years. Give me a break. That's Dale. I'm going to turn it back over to you, partner. And Sunday night, we're going to do it again. And it's great. And thanks, every one of you, for being on the phone during the middle of the day. I appreciate that. And I know it's TGIF. And you guys enjoy your weekend. God bless, and I'll see you in Washington.
Well, hey, thank you. Very great call, man. I'm getting text messages, people on fire by what you're saying. You make a lot of sense. Before I let you go, let me ask you this. So what you're telling me is that in order to make $100,000, the rule of thumb is you have to invest $500,000.
That's the Harvard Business School rule of thumb.
Wow, and you're telling me in this business right now, in the company we're in, we can invest $399 and we can retire in 2 to 3 years?
No, let me. You got almost all that right, but you don't invest. What you do, you purchase product, and that I didn't even finish that. It even gets better. But for that $399, you get $600 worth of product plus a back office that follows and monitors your whole company. Then you have the opportunity to retire in the next 24 months. Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Wow! So you're not owing any money because when you buy your product, you already got $600 or $700 worth of retail product in your hand.
Duh! That's my kid. Hey,
good, man.
And listen, don't use OPM, other people's money. Put it on a credit card. You don't have a payment due for 30 days. And if Brother Brown can go out there and sell $5,000 worth a week, you surely can sell $600 in a month, and you ain't paid nothing.
I love it. Well, you guys can hear more of Barry and more of these opportunity calls. Barry's opportunity call is very, very unique because he's talking about the opportunity of money that this company brings. And so on Monday night, Barry, is Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes,
Monday nights, guys. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Get your prospects to these calls. It's all about the opportunity of changing your life through a wealth transfer. So his call is going to be a little bit unique in the sense that he's not going to have a whole lot of product overview stuff, but it's all about the call. So it's unique from Pat Lowe's call and Show Me the Money call and our Team Effort Lifestyle call in the morning, but it's a call that you really want to get people on to get them to really understand the power and the importance of being in this industry and what this industry can do for you. Thank you so much, Barry Ackel from Louisiana. Thank you for joining us on the call today.
thank you, Brother Dale.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna go all the way over to the East Coast, and we're gonna go to Kevin Vaughn. One Star, are you with us today?
Absolutely, Pastor. All you need is two, Pastor Dale. All you need is two people that have vision with you. I love it, Barry. That's awesome, man. Incredible. Can you hear me okay, Pastor? I guess you can. I hope so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Well, how's everybody doing out there, Pastor? How's everybody doing? Everybody fired up out there? I know everybody's excited about 10. Mel and Amy, can't thank you so much. Can't thank you enough, actually. Thank you so much, Mel and Amy, for all you do in the team, and the entire support team all around the world, for that matter, all the way over to Anita Pooh and everybody else around the world. So thank you so much for that. But Pastor Dale, thank you so much for mentioning the bus trip. Make sure you want to fill that bus up, Pastor. Only $150 round trip coming from Atlanta, going up to North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. So give me a call. My number is 404-401-0233 for details, 404-401-0233. And as you know, Pastor Dale, the goal is to get people on the bus so they can get to the event. You do not want to miss that 27th event, the September 27th event at the Gaylord, ladies and gentlemen, our East Coast 10 University event, where you get to see Mel and Amy and Mr. Gill at this wonderful location, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, and mentioned earlier, Pastor Dale is going to be with us in Atlanta, Georgia on September the 6th, ladies and gentlemen, at 10 a.m. till 2. That's 10 a.m. till 2. The details is on the website, our corporate calendar website, at Win with 10, that's TEN.com/calendar, Pastor, as everybody knows. We want to make sure everybody gets the details. You need to call your family members, friends, associates, anybody you sent sprays to down in the area. I don't care if they're in South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Florida. Get them to this event, ladies and gentlemen. Have them drive up and come see Pastor Dale, and we're going to have a great time. He's going to close them for you, ladies and gentlemen, and get business blowing up really, really good. So anything else, Pastor, you want to mention before we get to quotes for today?
No, sir. Go for it.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the theme today and for the weekend is climb higher and change the world, okay? Climb higher and change the world. Our first quote of the day, Pastor, involves, on the mountains of truth, you can never climb in vain. Neither can you reach a point higher up today, or you will be training your powers so that you will be able to climb higher tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to climb higher even tomorrow. So you're climbing today, but tomorrow's going to be even higher. Another quote says, we never know how far-reaching something we may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. That's what Barry's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to affect millions tomorrow. Build your business, ladies and gentlemen. Meet people. Share, invite. Ladies and gentlemen, do this every single day. Our next quote of the day, Pastor, is, as one person, I cannot change the world, but I can change the world as one person. Ooh, I love that one. Woohoo! I know y'all like that one. That was a good one there. I love it. And the last quote of the day, ladies and gentlemen, take with you. Stay focused on what you're doing and then is the purpose of life is the purpose. I love it. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? The purpose of life is the purpose. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. So have your purpose and build your business and get qualified for all the comp plan. Back to you, Pastor. Pastor Dale, appreciate you, man.
All right, One Star Kevin Vaughn. The purpose of life is the purpose. I like that. Guys, join us on the call Monday morning. We'll be back Monday morning live. We're going to have Coach Nikisha Bond. Again, she is going to step it up, and she is going to extend you. Listen, I'm telling you, Monday, we start out Monday really hot. Teacher Paul. So she's going to be coming locked and loaded, guys. Let me tell you.
Bring it, Coach.
She's going to be bringing the heat. And guess what? Guess what? Monday, guess what?
What else?
My partner gonna be back Monday. Woo!
Denise, good girl. One star. I love it.
She done got some vacation, some relaxation in. So we ain't gonna be able to shut her up tomorrow on Monday, man. We're gonna have to. We may have to put Nikisha on Tuesday.
I love it.
Everybody, you guys enjoy your weekend.
Yes.
And have a great day. Share. Get to the TTPs this weekend.
Yes.
Look on the calendar. They're all over. Enjoy your weekend. And let's get some business in the business this weekend. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Yes.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
You are loved and appreciated, family. Great weekend. Mwah!
All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.